Okay, big difference from yesterday. About 82. Humidity's way up though. Well, originally last night I was just going to do this repair. I wasn't going to film it, but I thought, what the heck, I might as well bring you guys along for the journey. So this is the mower head of my Bearcat WT190 brush / mower. And I checked online this morning. This part, brand new, if you can get it, is $68 plus shipping. So we're going to fix this one for sure. This is supposed to be a domed piece, and of course this is all worn out, and I spent quite a bit of time digging mud and dirt and rocks out of this. And so what I've got here, I already started hammering on it when I decided to film, but I cut this piece of scrap out of the horde. Then I just I laid this on top and traced around it with some soapstone, and I cut it large. And I got this chunk of scrap pipe, and I got that in the vise. That I am going to use as a dimple die. So you lay this on here and you start hammering on it to form a cone shape. And it's going to be rough, but I wanted to, you can see this was originally a cone shape, so that's what I'm after. So I'm going to go to hammering on that, and that I'm not going to film because it's noisy, and I got to turn the fan back on because of the humidity. It's pretty sticky here in the shop. We're up to 94 in here. It's a little cooler outside, but I just opened the shop a few minutes ago, so heat coming through the skylights plus the humidity is pretty sticky. I'm going to go ahead and turn the fan back on, and then I'll bring you back once I got this fairly well formed. All right. That took about 10 minutes with a ball peen. And then I planished it lightly with my homemade round ball. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So the next step is I'm going to lay that on there. I'm going to take some soapstone and scribe around that, and then cut it out with a grinder. I'm not going to show that part. You guys have seen me run a grinder enough times. It's pretty straightforward. And then we will clean up the parts and get the Miller-Matic out, weld that up. I'm channeling my inner Arco. So what I did is just took the cutoff wheel and went around the circle I'd scribed with the soapstone and just cut it around to form this rough shape. Now I'll take the grinder and I'll round those corners off to get this more of a round shape. Then I'll clean it all up with a flap disc and that with a flap disc and weld it all up. All right, we've done some basic hammer form work and a little grinding work, and that's a decent fit. So now I'm going to fire up the welder, tack that on, and then weld it all up. Well, I can gorilla glob with the best of them. I think that's going to work. So I'm going to touch this up on the belt sander real quick and then get it installed. Good enough. Yeah, I could probably go over that again and fill in some low spots, but I mean, nobody's ever going to see this thing where it's going. Cleaned up good, and it's solid. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. Oh, and if anybody's concerned about me welding right beside that engine with a gas tank on it, it's been bone dry for decades. Although I should have thrown a welding blanket over to keep the cherries off of it, but I was fortunate, no cherries. So anyway, let's install this. There we go. This bushing goes up inside there like so. Then the blade, and then our newly repaired head. There's a slot on the back side of the shroud here where a 9/16 wrench goes through and engages a nut on the top of the spindle shaft here. And then you just hand tighten it like so. Done. Well, there you have it, a Bearcat WT-190 brush cutter / grass trimmer head repair. Yeah, so nice little fun little shop project, but now what follows it ain't fun. I gotta mow. I hate mowing, man. I moved to Arizona to get away from mowing. What do I do down here? I mow during monsoon season. But hey, that's my problem, not yours. Anyway, I am going to do an oil change on this thing and put a new air filter in it. And I'm not going to film any of that because, yeah, well, you know why. You guys know what that's all about. So, hey, thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.